Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me. This is an everyday makeup look that I do whenever I'm running out of time or I have to be somewhere in a hurry. This is just the go-to look that I use because it's fast and it's easy and I really enjoy it. So I've already prepped my skin with skincare and sunscreen. So I'm going to do foundation first. Or I'm going to do complexion first. I find that doing my complexion first is much faster than doing my eyes first, even though I'm going in with a glittery eye look. So I'm going to start with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This gives a gorgeous glow to the skin. Becca is going out of business, so I don't know how much longer this will be available, but I know it's currently available on their website, and I've seen it at Sephora as well. It gives this subtle glow. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but if you like luminous, glowy looking skin, you'd really like this. It's very similar to the Believe Beauty Radiant Primer that I've talked about on my channel before. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 16-hour full coverage foundation. I've really been enjoying this since I purchased it. It is a very moussey texture, and one thing that I've learned is it does not take a lot at all. You really don't want to use too much of this because it can look cakey if you don't use it correctly. And I like to blend this in with a brush. So I put a little bit on the back of my hand and I'm going to blend it out. Like I said, it does not take a whole lot. So when I use a brush to blend out foundation, I typically swipe it everywhere and then stipple it in. I'm using a new camera today, so let me know down in the comments what you think. And I really like this foundation because I feel like it's very full coverage, but it's also very quick and easy to just swipe it on your face. A lot of times I don't like to use a brush to blend out certain foundations because it leaves brush lines. This foundation is not like that. I think it's because of the whipped-like consistency of it. So you don't have to stipple it into the skin like I'm doing. You can just swipe it on and go about your day. Okay, I have very full coverage now. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the shade Light 20B. It has kind of a peachy undertone to it, which works best with my dark circles. And I'm going to blend that out with this e.l.f. sponge. This is my favorite sponge, and it's only like $6. So this is normally when I would go in with cream products because I really love cream products, but I know a lot of people are kind of intimidated by them or they just don't know how to use them. So in order to keep this simple and easy, I'm going to go ahead and powder the face, and all my complexion products will be powder instead of creams. So I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder in the shade Butter. I always set my under eyes first. And then I'm going to use a larger brush to put some on the outer portions of the face. I'm using a mix of drugstore and high-end products in this video, and that's honestly what I do every single day. I don't stick to a specific brand or type of makeup. I like to mix it up as well, but because I'm a mom, I don't always have time to create a new look every single day, and that's more time consuming because you're trying to figure out what you want to use. Whereas with this, I keep in a separate makeup bag, and I know if I'm short on time, all I have to do is pull out that makeup bag and I can do this look in under 10 minutes. So this is the bronzer I'm going to use today. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Bronze It in the medium shade. There are 3 of these. I liked the medium better, although it is a little bit dark for me. Usually I get very tan in the summer, but I haven't really been able to go outside a whole lot since I had my baby. She's very fair, just like her mama. I'm not as pale as this camera is making me look, just so you know. And then I'll pinch my brush, and you don't have to do this part, it's extra, but I just pinch it and run some bronzer on the sides of my nose just to make my face look more evened out. So that was a drugstore product, and the other two products I'm going to use on the face are also drugstore. I've got the Milani Rose Powder Blush in the shade Blossom Time Rose. I've talked about this on my channel before, and I still very much enjoy it. It's just the perfect tone to go with any eye look. You might be able to tell that I've used quite a bit of it. I like to bring my blush up to my brow bone. I feel like it looks more natural that way. And now I'm going in with a Wet n Wild highlighter. This is the Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. I featured this in a video, I believe it was the drugstore video that I created, but I've hit pan on this because I really enjoy this highlight. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a quality highlight. And you can see it is very bright. If you don't like blinding highlights, you may not like this, but this packs a punch. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my brows. I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Honey Brown. This is my favorite brow pencil. I do like the Anastasia one, and I think that's very comparable to this one, but obviously this one is a lot more affordable. Now that brows are on, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow. This palette from ColourPop is my favorite one. It's the Going Coconuts palette. Don't know if you can see it, but this palette is very well loved. I use it a lot. I don't know if you can tell, but this middle shade is almost completely gone. But it's a perfect neutral toned palette. There are some warm shades in here, and there are some cool shades. You can create a monotone look. You can add some glitter. I'm going to be adding a bit of a shimmer on my lid. So I'm first going to go in with the shade Culotta, which is this cool toned light brown right here. I've used this palette to make an all matte eye look. I've used it for just shimmers, just putting a shimmer all over the lid and calling it a day. So there are a couple different looks with this, but because it is only a 9-pan palette, it is kind of difficult to do anything crazy with it. But I think it's perfect for travel. And it's really affordable. I love ColourPop. Their eyeshadows are extremely pigmented. The mattes blend out so easily. They have so many of these 9-pan palettes in so many different shade ranges. I'd say out of all the brands ever, high-end and drugstore, I think ColourPop is definitely up there for me. So now I'm going to go into the shade right beneath Culotta. This is called Shell Yeah. And it's just got a little bit of a pinky tone. And I'm going to blend this on the outer corner. Okay, I feel like that's good. Now I'm going to go in with the shimmer. This is Cocoa Crush. It is a pinky champagne shimmer. I usually will do this eye look before I do the complexion because this shimmer shade does have a lot of fallout and it's kind of difficult to brush away unless you bake your under eyes. I don't bake my under eyes because I have very dry skin and I don't want to look cakey and crepey. So a tip that I learned is I actually take a brush and I will put it beneath my eye and apply my shimmer, and all of the fallout gets caught by the brush. So I'll do that again on the other side. There you have it. I don't know if you can tell how shimmery this is in this lighting, but this is the most gorgeous shade ever. And then for good measure, you can brush if you need to, but I really didn't get much fallout because I had the brush underneath it. So you don't have to do this step. I just like to because I have lots of creasing right beneath my eye right here, and I like to kind of cover that up a little bit by blending shadow on the lower lash line. But you can definitely skip this step, especially if you don't have a lot of time. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Shredded. It is a very pale nude with a little bit of shimmer in it, and I like to add that to the brow bone. And then I'm going to go into this shade called Palm Reader. Sometimes I will spray my brush before I go into this shade because there's a lot of fallout with it too. But if I don't have time, I just try to be extra careful with it. This is a gorgeous inner corner. Okay, so I'm done with the eyeshadow. I'm going to apply eyeliner using the NARS High Pigment Longwear Liner. This is the white shade. And then I will curl my lashes off camera and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so now I'm ready to apply setting spray. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I really like using this in the summertime because it makes my makeup last all day. I'm running out of this. I need to get a new bottle. And you don't have to do this step either, but I like to go in with my beauty sponge and just lightly tap in all of the powders so that my face doesn't look powdery. Look at this highlight. Okay, so I'm going to apply mascara now. This is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This went viral on TikTok a couple months ago, and I really enjoy it. It is a lengthening mascara, and it's not waterproof, but I find that it really stays on all day and it doesn't flake or smudge on me. Okay, so last but not least, I usually like to apply some sort of lip product every single day. I have two go-tos right now. I'm really enjoying the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. This is in the shade Sweet Mouth, but I've been wearing this the past couple of days, so I think today I'm going to use this one. This is by Summer Fridays. This is the Lip Butter Balm, and it's vanilla scented. It does not take very much of this at all, and it gives a gorgeous shine to your lips, but it is a balm, so it's very nourishing. You can also apply lip liner and then put that on top and create your own little lip gloss lip combo, and I really enjoy it. Plus it smells good, so I feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel put together if I have that on, even if the rest of the day is chaotic. I just really love that balm. I usually leave it in my purse. So this is the completed makeup look. It took me less than 10 minutes to do. There are a few steps that you can leave out, but this is one of my favorite looks using the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. It's very shimmery. And it's not too overdone. Alright, so that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any future uploads. You can also ring the bell next to the subscribe button and it'll notify you every time I upload a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye! My eyes look black today.